Welcome to the Pathways Learning Experience. Thank you for having me and for watching this video. And thank you for the club officers who shared this video with all of their members. I am Laura Lee Norris and I am your Pathways Guide. Thank you for helping learn about the Toastmasters Pathways experience. And it is an exciting time to be a Toastmaster. Some members from District 57 have already accessed Pathways, and we are going to watch one of their videos now.
What I like best about Pathways is the fact that it's much more customized to what you may want to get out of Toastmasters, what your goals are. It's basically Toastmasters updated.
The base camp is like having a personal coach. It guides you through the journey of Pathways and tells you the next steps.
One of the things I liked about base camp is that I can tell where I am in my journey and continue at the next step. I know exactly where I am.
I've used it on a computer, I've used it on a tablet, I've used it on a phone.
It's really cool that we're able to go on to Basecamp and take a quiz that determines what path best suits our needs.
One of the most surprising things about the assessment is that it gave me more awareness about what exactly I was looking for.
The questions were very introspective.
The assessment was very intuitive. Taking the assessment helped me really put a finger on my goals.
These paths are going to aid me in a more specific way than the previous programs did.
The path that I chose really gave me the step-to-step roadmap into achieving my goals.
There are 10 different paths. It's amazing how much opportunity there is for the future.
Pathways has led me to a whole new level.
I'm really appreciative that Toastmasters has this new, exciting format. After decades of having an old format, we are now up to date and we can determine which path best suits the individual.
For those of you who do not know about Pathways, it is the greatest change in the Toastmasters education program since Ralph Smedley created the basic training manual in the 1940s. Ralph Smedley is the founder of Toastmasters, and it was his belief that communication was the foundation for each of us to fulfill their communication individual potential and coexist with others. He knew that the world needed strong communicators and effective leaders, and he was convinced that people could unearth abilities they didn't know they had and build on those abilities by supporting one another and learning from each other. It began with the basic training manual, which is on the left of your screen, which evolved into the program that we use today, which is the Confident Communicator, the Confident Leader, and 15 advanced manuals and even manuals for the youth, which include the Interpersonal Communication Manual. But how we learn and what we learn has changed since the CC and CL were developed. We want to learn in a structured process that allows us to build our skills progressively. And we want to build competencies and sub-competencies that allow us to use our skills in a variety of circumstances, from our personal relationships to our career and our community. Our time is limited. We are busier than ever, and we want our program to be exactly what we need, and we want to enjoy the learning process. Smedley knew this too. In fact, he said, "The simple fact is that we grow or learn or work better when we enjoy what we are doing." That is essentially the secret of success of Toastmasters, is our meetings are made enjoyable by a fine, helpful fellowship in a pleasant social atmosphere that with activities that are carefully planned to give us profit and moments of enjoyment. In 2010, the Board of Directors directed World Headquarters to refresh the education program and modernize the communication track and renew our focus on leadership. So they set out to create an experience that offered high value and fun, paired with the board's vision to create an education program that allows you to customize your experience to your needs, whether that includes public speaking, interpersonal communication, management, or strategic leadership. It offers flexibility in how you experience your program, whether that's online or in print. And it expands your resources that are available with tips and tools and videos that help that model the skills that you are working on building. It also helps you to build competencies that are translatable into real-world situations, as well as learning to receive and give effective and meaningful evaluations. The result is the Pathways learning experience. You decide what skills you want to build and the pace that you want to follow. If you want to use electronic materials or have professional printed manuals, to what videos to watch, which resources to keep, and how to apply the skills that you want to build for your career, your community, and for your family. And it gives you more control and more access than ever before. Would you like to take a look? This video introduces the Pathways learning experience.
Welcome to the Toastmasters Pathways learning experience, an exciting, flexible, and interactive way to develop your skills and help others in your club develop theirs. Building on Dr. Smedley's original vision and Toastmasters' core competencies, Pathways upholds the club experience while offering new, revitalized educational content that helps you learn communication and leadership skills that address real-world scenarios. Pathways expands on the current education and leadership tracks by offering more than 300 competencies across 59 projects. These projects are divided into 10 specialized learning paths that allow you to tailor your experience to fit your needs and your pace. All of this content is available online, allowing you to learn anytime, anywhere, from your computer, laptop, or tablet through Basecamp. Basecamp is the place where you'll find all of the materials for your learning experience, along with tools for your journey. In Basecamp, you'll be able to share feedback with fellow club members, view badges you've earned, access and save digital speech evaluations, and more. When you first begin Pathways, you'll take an online assessment that will recommend the path that's right for you. You'll be able to access your path from your education transcript in Basecamp, where you can view and complete projects. New elective projects, such as write a compelling blog and manage projects successfully, allow you to tailor your learning to meet your interests. Projects in Basecamp include a variety of interactive elements, including questionnaires, quizzes, menus, and expandable content. Educational videos model skills and provide demonstrations of the concepts you are learning. For example, Prepare for an Interview shows effective and ineffective interview techniques. Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring demonstrates the difference between coaching and mentoring. And Manage Online Meetings provides the best practices and strategies for holding a webinar or another type of online meeting. As you can see, Pathways represents an exciting paradigm shift that brings with it many new learning opportunities. What's more, Pathways will feel familiar to you because it maintains the things you love about Toastmasters, including your club experience. Pathways is coming to your club soon. Visit toastmasters.org/pathways to learn more.
Pathways is dynamic. Whether you have earned your CC and CL, DTM, or anything in between, there is a path for you. The new program leverages the strength of our traditional program and gives you more competencies, more in-depth skill building, more flexibility, resources, and more opportunities to learn, grow, and thrive. To build Pathways, we began by analyzing the current program. We considered what was being taught, how it was being taught, what skills and competencies you gained, and then what was missing. And we set the foundation for Pathways. There are 5 core competencies that people build through Toastmasters today: public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management, and confidence. And while confidence cannot be learned, the other 4 competencies can be. And that became the objective of learning in Pathways. Staff built structure underneath the core competencies by adding related skills and sub-competencies. In the traditional program, you build 68 competencies. In Pathways, there are more than 280 competencies that you build and leverage. Those skills and sub-competencies were organized by complexity and degree of difficulty to create the paths of learning. That resulted in 10 unique paths. Each path focused on 1, 2, or 3 core competencies that you can see in the chart in front of you. All of the paths offer public speaking because you present at least one speech in every project. For example, in dynamic leadership, it focuses on interpersonal communication and leadership, as well as public speaking. Presentation mastery, on the other hand, is the only one that focuses on one core competency, and that is public speaking. Another one that I would like to highlight is effective coaching, which helps you build your skills as a positive communicator, leader, and coach. You will focus on interpersonal communication and developing strong public speaking skills. This is an example of the paths, how the path is developed. There are 5 different levels for each path, and every path starts at level 1 with the icebreaker and the evaluation, the normal things that we go through. And they increase with each level in their complexity, so you build skills along the way. That is one of the greatest differences in the traditional education program and Pathways, is the levels of complexity. There are 59 total projects in Pathways, and more will be created after the rollout is complete. All projects and all resources will be available in English, as well as the other 8 official Toastmaster languages. Recognition is an important component of Pathways. In the new program, you receive recognition more frequently, and online members can recognize each other. As you see at the bottom, those are awards that members can recognize each other with, including outstanding, courageous, and exceptional. On the top are the badges that you receive for the levels that you complete, from level 1 to level 5, which is the flag. Another positive change that you will see with this program is the speech evaluations. You give and receive verbal and written evaluations just as we do now, but the form has changed for it. The evaluation is now directly tied and customized for each speech. We have all seen or heard ineffective evaluations, whether they're way too positive with nothing that you can do better, or way too negative with no help at all, or they just are all fluffy and say nothing. That is why in the Pathways experience, they encourage everyone to give evaluations that are objective and constructive. Let's look at those evaluation forms. On your screen is page 1 of the evaluations, and this is for making connections through networking. You're going to become very familiar with these because every project has them. The first page gives an overview of the assignment that you are completing for the evaluator so that they know your objectives. There's also space at the very bottom of the screen, of the form, to give general comments about the speech. For page 2, they score the skills that you demonstrated in the speech. All evaluations for all projects are scored on a scale from 5 to 1, with 5 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. And you can see what those scores mean at the very top of your page. There's also a box at the side for general comments for that one piece of the page. The third page will be used side by side with the second page to help you give scores for each competency and skill. So here's what happens when you get an evaluation for pathways. Before you speak, you make sure the evaluator has your evaluation sheet, which is just like what we do now. If you are using a book, you hand it to the evaluator. If you're using online, you can send it to the evaluator or they can download it from Basecamp. And during the meeting, the evaluator has 2 options. They can either write on a printed copy or they can write on it electronically and send it to you. You will be able to upload and store copies of your evaluations, and it is as simple as scanning it in, scanning a photo, uploading your PDF that your evaluator sent you, and the feedback does not stop with the evaluator. Mentorship is an important part of the Toastmasters experience. Many of us have benefited from being mentored, mentoring, or both. Pathways Mentor Program is a structured program that will help you identify when you are ready to be a mentor and the best practices for mentoring and practicing mentoring on a small and large scale. You'll be able to enroll in that program once you've completed level 2 of your path, and there is no extra charge for pursuing the Pathways Mentor Program. There are 4 projects in the path, including Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring and level 2, which everyone will complete. After you have completed all projects in the Pathways Mentoring Program, as well as 1 full path in Pathways, you're designated a Pathways Mentor. It will take time before your club has Pathways Mentors, and that is okay. You can keep working with your current mentoring program, and as your members move through the Pathways Mentor Program, you can transition. I encourage you all to pursue this program if you enjoy helping and supporting others pursue their goal. Getting started in Pathways is easy. Pathways will be available to you very soon, and once it rolls out in our district, you will receive an email. You can click on the link and it will take you directly to the page that you see in front of you. The link takes you to a page that you can explore, which is like this, and you can view the navigator, which is a new manual that we'll talk about in a minute. You can take the assessment, which is right here, or if you've already chosen your path, you can go straight to Basecamp. The Navigator is a new manual that you will reference again and again. Whether you're a new member or have been a member for many years, the Navigator is an easy-to-use guide for the Toastmasters experience. It walks you through pathways, defines club roles, officer roles, and it helps you with tips and tools of how to get started. You can view or print it from Basecamp, or you can request a printed copy from Toastmasters International. Flexibility is the key of Pathways. Now that you have chosen to use print or have online access, you decide. Pathways in print are limited. There are 5 paths in English and 2 paths in other languages. And the printed materials are more expensive. While Basecamp gives you a more robust experience, you choose what option is best for you. Once you have chosen how you would like Pathways delivered to you, if you've chosen online, you take the assessment. The purpose of the assessment is to help you decide which path is right for you. You answer a few simple questions to help you narrow down both your experience and your goals, and you receive the results of your recommended paths. There will be 3 recommended paths for you that they believe best meet your needs and goals. The first path that you have will be for free, and the second path will cost extra money. However, if you are not interested in any of these paths, you can scroll down to see about all of the paths before you make your choice. Once you have made that choice, you can begin. I know that some of you are working towards your education goals in the current education program, and that is okay. You have plenty of time to fulfill your requirements before the education program is phased out. From the day that Pathways rolls out in the last region to when you receive it, to that region receives it, you have 2 years to achieve your goals in the traditional education program. Please keep in mind that your achievements are not transferable to the from the traditional education program to Pathways. The projects and structures of learning are so different for the 2 programs, and this even applies to the Distinguished Toastmaster Award. If you want to reach a goal you have been working towards in the traditional education program, I encourage you to meet it as soon as possible. Once Pathways rolls out in our district, all new members will be required to start in the traditional education, in the Pathways and not the traditional education program, excuse me. Pathways is new to all of us. I know some of you have completed the Competent Communicator many times and are experts in the traditional education program, and that is wonderful. We know that no one is an expert in Pathways yet. We all have an opportunity to become experts together. So make sure to log in and choose your path once it rolls out. How is your club affected in all of this? Your club benefits from Pathways just like you do. With the new opportunities and Pathways, your club leaders have the opportunity to grow the club. You will all have the opportunity to practice and develop more skills than ever before, and it makes your club desirable to many prospective members, and it will help to broaden their skill set. It is an exciting new program. It represents a paradigm shift that will feel familiar to you because it maintains what you love about Toastmasters. If you're concerned about how it affects your club meetings, I'm happy to tell you that it does not change the meetings. You still have the same speeches. It will still have table topics. You will still give your evaluations. You will still fulfill your meeting rules. And the lengths of the speeches are still 5 to 7 minutes for most of the speeches. Now, some of you will also be wondering about the Distinguished Club program. The Distinguished Club program will be adjusted to accommodate the rollout of Pathways, and for 2 years it will run concurrently with the traditional education program. The graphic here shows you how that will work. Once Pathways rolls out in our district, you must meet 6 of the 12 goals to achieve recognition in the Distinguished Club program. The left column shows the Distinguished Club program goals from the current traditional program, and the right shows Pathways DCP goals. This encourages us to begin our journey in Pathways while still giving us that distinguished status for our clubs. When it is time for Pathways to roll out in our district leaders, our chief ambassadors, and pathway guides will all be there to support your club with that rollout. I hope you all are excited as I am to begin for Pathways to begin in our district. Our district will get Pathways in about September, mid-September-ish, but we have to wait for it officially to roll out before we can actually get started. I just want to go over some of the basics. I have the club kit with me, and you guys will be receiving this, I promise. And everyone gets a quick start guide, which looks like this. You can also see the graphic on your screen. And this tells you how to log in on Toastmasters, and you want to hang on to this for the rollout dates that you can actually get on. Your club kit also has the Navigator imprint, and this will help you to give you information about Pathways as well as new evaluation resources. And this is your club copy. It also contains these itty bitty little pins. And this is for the first 3 of your members who begin in Pathways. This will be handed out by your VP. The last main thing that your kit contains is a lovely flash drive, which has resources that your club may need for the transition to Pathways, including new member applications, the Navigator, and several more resources. I'm excited to show you how to use Basecamp. I've only shown you a few aspects of it today. If you need help with this new system logging in, it will give you a guided tour, and there are many of the tutorials to help you once you've logged in. First time, it will show you all of the links and how to find whatever you need. As I mentioned before, there's an area of Basecamp that contains tutorials, which is in the Navigating Basecamp, which you can see on your screen, which ranges from telling you how to change your home club if you're a member of more than one club, like 2, and you decide which club gets the DCP credit for your Pathways accomplishments. It also tells you how to navigate online projects, print out your certificates, and many more things. Also, pop-up blocker. You must disable your pop-up blocker in order to access things on Basecamp. For your online projects, it will tell you how to alter your system for the optimal experience, and that's through checking your compatibility. You can also manually change your pop-up blocker settings if you don't know how to do this. The pop-up blocker was my hardest part of Pathways. It made me very frustrated. So just make sure that you look at your pop-up blocker. It should be on the very top of your screen. Even after today's meeting, I will be available to support you through your VPE. I will be holding support sessions, virtual support sessions with my club VPEs, and they will be giving me questions, and I will be searching for answers. If I don't specifically know the answers, I will go to Toastmasters International and get that answer for you and give it to you guys. And I will be trained by Toastmasters International. I meet with them several times in a month, and all questions are good questions. I am here to support your club in answering all the questions that you can. I will be available, like I said, for the next 4 months. I am going to show you how to log in. Actually, I'm going and let me share my screen with you. Once you get to the Toastmasters.org, you go to log in and you put in your username, which is usually your email. And once you're logged in to Toastmasters.org, you go to the Education and Pathways Learning Experience. Right now, it tells you view rollout schedule, but when Pathways rolls out in our district, it will say go to Basecamp. I'm going to log out. Thank you for having me today. It has been a pleasure to be able to present this new and exciting program to you guys. I'm excited to begin this new journey with you. If you have any questions, please tell your VPE and we will talk about it. And I am here to support you. Thank you.